Hello, this is Eric in RC Monster Garage. This is a quick tutorial video for my big size inspection robot. This inspection robot is very complicated because it's also have over here arm that will lift the camera up almost 1.5 feet. It's running on 2 batteries. It's a big size. It's a 1/8 scale. It's about 2 feet long. And this designed to go in a rough terrain under machinery, and let's show you how to connect stuff. If you have any question, you can contact me immediately. If you have one of those that you purchased from me and you need help, 323-496-5757. This is our new inspection robot. This is a big size with a lifting arm. Can go up about 12 to 16 inch. And we're gonna go right now and show you how the system work. We will start with the battery on the back, how to connect it over there. And then we're gonna show you the camera, how the camera pivots, and how the servo work for the elevation. We're gonna go through the entire vehicle, so please pay attention. The details are very important, and the connection that I'm gonna show are very important in order for the vehicle to function the right way, and also to prevent any kind of electrical fire and other problem that might be because of their lithium batteries or the frequency of the receiver and transmitters. Let's start. Just for the matter of repair needed or explaining to me over the phone what function is not working. This is the camera. You're gonna need to remove the cap in order to see what we film. We have here 2 LED lights. We have here the steering servo to pivot it left, right, up and down section 1. Then over here we will have a big servo to lift the platform up and down. Very important, this is our on-off switch to turn on the vehicle. What we have here, this is the transmitter that's sending the signal out into your DVR and TV. We're gonna have here the battery case. We already have inside here the drive battery, and this is the battery that will power your transmitter and the light and camera. So let's start with connecting the batteries. I will explain real quick, it's very important. To start with, we have the drive battery. Make sure that the switch is on the off position, and then you're gonna grab those 2 connectors, those called Tamiya connector. You plug them in. They sometimes don't fit so easily, and make sure it's locked into place. There is a small pivot here that need to lock into itself. Then we have another connector here that will connect to this battery. This is 11.1 volt 75C 1800 milliamp battery. The battery to drive the car is 7.2 volt. Now what we're gonna do, we have the hole inside here that you're gonna have to pay attention to, and the battery will need to slide through, and you're gonna need to catch the cable that's coming out from here and pull it back up and plug it into the system. As soon as you do that, your camera right now, your receiver and transmitter are hot. It means that they are broadcasting. Okay, so with your vehicle, you're gonna get this suitcase. When you open it up, you're gonna find a couple cables. Let's go over, and let's start with the cables. You're gonna get some extra cables here. Those cables are to broadcast out from the screen. You're gonna have here, this is your DVR screen. You open it this way. Those plastic are to prevent the sun from preventing you from actually seeing what in the screen. It's a sun shield. You're gonna have the on-off switch. Those cables can hook up right there. This is for the TV out and the TV in. if you want to broadcast something into it. You're also going to have HDMI out and HDMI in case you want to broadcast this to a bigger screen. You have over here the charging port, that it's pretty important. The charging port will connect with this, and you just have to plug it to the wall for about 8 hours, and then it will be good for about 8 hours of work, more or less, depending on the battery. Also, you're gonna have to insert a SIM card. Let's show you where. When you close it and flip it sideways, and you open here on the back, there is here a SIM card slot, exactly like you're gonna have on your cell phone. You're gonna have to put here a mini SD in order to record whatever you see on the screen. When you're done, you're just gonna close it back and it's ready to go. Let's set this thing aside. Now, additionally, we have here our remote. This is a Futaba remote, and it's a 6-channel remote, and what function we're gonna start working with will be the drive, the forward, backward, left and right. Now, while we're talking about this section, I would like to show something important for people that new into this method of inspection. When you turn left, the vehicle will not propel forward. You will need to push forward and left at the same time, or forward and right, or backward and right. You have 360 degrees spectrum of movement. So when you push forward, the vehicle is going to go forward. When you start turning while pushing forward, the vehicle will steer to the direction. Now, there is another function that's important right here. This is dual rate. The dual rate means that I set this vehicle to be low speed and high speed. So when the switch is going to be down, the vehicle will be much slower, half of the speed that it's supposed to crawl into. So even if you push all the way, you're going to be only at 50%. When you're going to flip the switch back up and push it again, then you're going to get 100% of your speed. But as long as you're not pushing it all the way instantly, you're not going to get there. More you push forward, faster you go. You have a dual action here, so more you push in, you're going to start from 0 speed into whatever maximum speed that the vehicle developed by moving the stick forward, backward. Now, left and right will always have the maximum range to go left and right. This is for the driving function. Now, the camera function. While the remote will start, the camera tilt need to be down in order for the vehicle to know that there is no problem and you know what you're doing. If the stick will be halfway or up, it will beep and it will not let you work. I'm gonna demonstrate right now. Okay, it will tell you that it's not right. You're gonna have to bring it back down, and only when you bring it back down, then you're ready to go. So this is for that function. Now, tilt of the camera. After you started the remote, then you will bring it halfway up and it will work exactly like your head. When you lean backwards with your head, you're looking up and you're looking down. So when you pull the stick backward, like if you look up and you pull your neck backwards, you will look up. When you push it down, you push down. Left and right, you will be left and right, of course. Now, in order to make it even more simple, when you go up and down, it will just stay in whatever motion that you're going to leave it. But the left and right always going to go back to the center. It's going to back to the center for a very simple reason. So when you drive the vehicle, you're going to know where you're going, and you're always going to see straight in front of you, so you're not going to drift sideways, and you can flip the vehicle and damage it or go to unwanted areas. So this is the function of the camera. I'm gonna go later and show exactly how it's look on the car. The other frequency that we have here is called channel 5. What channel 5 does, it's turn on and off the light system on the vehicle. So when you flip it down, the LED light will turn on. When you flip it up, it will shut off. This is excellent for underground function when it's dark, and additional if you need to go in at night to do inspection at night. This is a daylight LED, so it will light the entire street for you. So this is channel 5. Then we have here channel 6. that is very important. Channel 6, when you start the vehicle, always going to have to be on the corner left down. This will lift the arm of the camera to go up and down, pulling it the 12 inches elevation. So while turning it gently, it will start lifted to the altitude that you want, and then you will just stop and it will stay there. You can go all the way up, or you can bring it back. When you bring it back down, make sure it's all the way to the left, and you will be down and the vehicle will actually set straight with the arm. So this is a quick function of the remote. The button here already been said by me for what you need. Please do not touch any of those. It will be very hard to me to guide a brand new driver for those vehicles how to use those functions, so please do not press any of those buttons here. Even if you read the instruction and you're going to change something, you can change the angle that stuff move, and it will be very hard for you later to figure out what you did wrong. So this is it for the remote. Now we're going to shut it back off when we're done, and we're going to go back into our screen. This is our screen. The antennas always need to be connected. You never remove those antennas. You can actually pivot them if you need to, but you never remove them. If you will remove them, you might damage your screen. Additional for those screen, you have a couple different buttons. You have the search button. If you cannot find the channel, you will just press it and it will search for the channel, and it's also going to do your recording. You have also here the power button. If you press the power button, of course it will turn it on. Let's show how everything works. Okay, so if you're going to start using your vehicle, this is what you do first. First of all, you're going to turn on your remote, left stick all the way down. Okay, let's go and put it right near the vehicle, and don't touch anything else. Now you have to plug your camera transmitter system on. As soon as you plug it, automatically it's going to turn on. We already have the battery plugged over here for the drive battery, and we have to turn the vehicle on. As soon as you turn it on, the camera will pivot up, and you can pivot the camera to exactly where you want it to point, and this is the function of the camera. We're going to get into it in a second. So now the vehicle is ready to go, but you want to inspect, so let's show you what you need to do. We go over here to the camera. Let's put the remote here, and you have your screen. You're gonna have to work with the screen, so you're gonna open your screen, and you're gonna have to turn the screen on. It's take a second for the screen to dial, and as soon as the screen is gonna start dialing, you're gonna start looking for your transmitter. Now it's taken a second to find itself out. You have a search button here. You're just gonna press the search, press it and hold it in, and now it's gonna start searching and looking for where it is. We're gonna remove the cup. Of course, if you don't remove the cup, it's not gonna find. Now the video can see my hand, and let's do this. It's good that we see actually whatever there is one in front of it. Now first function of this vehicle is going to be actually to inspect, not to actually drive it. So let's concentrate right here. If you look in the camera right now and you look on the vehicle, the camera is going up and down. Up, you're pulling it back like your neck gonna go backward, and this is gonna be down. Now you have also left and right and up and down. Now if I will do a function of 360 degrees, the vehicle will be able to do that for me. So this is going to be the first step to learn how the camera works. And of course the camera always going to go back forward for you straight, and then you can adjust it to see the straight. You're going to have to learn with the time what is straight here versus straight on the vehicle versus straight on your screen. So this was the first function. Second function that we want to address is going to be the light. The on off switch is right here for the light. As soon as we're going to switch it down, the light will turn on and off. If you look on the screen while I'm doing it, the light is on and off. And then if we're gonna go with the light against the camera, it's a very bright light. And actually, even if we go here to the screen, and you can see how you can see the screen in the small DVR screen, and you can see all around with light. And then let's shut it off, because it's kind of annoying to try to do video while you have very high light in your eyes. So this is the first function. This is very important, because this will be where you're going to pivot your camera to in order to do inspection. So if you need to leave it up, and just leave it there in an angle to look up toward the actually the floor or the ceiling, it will be set up and just stay there. And then you can actually tilt the vehicle to wherever you need, and the vehicle will pivot a little bit. So this is one. Now this vehicle is a big size vehicle that equipped with a big camera and with a big arm. And the big arm, what it's going to do right now, I would like to show, is the function on channel 6. As soon as we're going to start turning channel 6, we're going to have the arm going up, and we can keep going, and this will be right now about a foot up. And then I can adjust the camera back down to where I want it, and I can actually lift it even higher than this. This right now is almost 2 feet off the ground, and what you see here is where the camera will function toward the angles. But then it's going to do a very cool function. You're going to be able to flip the camera back in order to see what they're going to be behind you also. And then of course you can turn on and off the light if you need it. And now the camera is going backward. Every function that you do will be actually reversed, so you have to pay attention. So for inspection, everything that you're going to do in this angle will be reversed on you. So then you flip it back forward, and gently you can rotate it to the angle and the height that you need. And then you can stop it. Let's assume that we need to be about 1.5 feet from the ground, but we want to look actually still up, and the function will give us the heads up 90 degrees straight up. And then we can actually lower back the camera to the position that we started, and it will just lay down straight, and we can bring the camera straight out. Now I would like to show in the screen how it's look when you just lift it without changing the camera. So if you look at the screen right now, I know it's showing a shop, and it's showing my cameraman. So when I'm going up, this is just the camera lifting up and staying 90 degrees up. Now if we look at the camera itself, this is what the camera just changed the angle, and I can bring it gently back down, and it can stay in every angle. And you can actually drive the vehicle when it's on a high stretch on the camera. It's not a problem at all. The vehicle will still drive. So let's bring it down and go over other important feature. Okay, so the camera right now set up, and we are ready to drive the vehicle. We know how everything works. Again, on off switch for our light, and we have the 360 degrees to pivot our camera. And if you look right there, you can see how strong this light is on the floor, so it's pretty good. Now we're gonna need to drive the vehicle. So for the function of driving the vehicle, we have forward, backward, left and right, and of course we have the dual rate in order to slow it down. So what we're gonna do right now, we're actually gonna take it outside and show you how it's look when you drive the vehicle. At this point, the camera is not really important for you. You're gonna practice driving the vehicle, and then we show you how it's looking the camera. Function of going forward. This is forward. When you stop, it stops. This is backwards. Left and right without pushing forward will not go anywhere. So when you go left, you're gonna have to tilt it forward, and the vehicle can turn on a dime, and the camera and the weight of the vehicle will pivot to the spot that you are turning. Let's go to the other direction. Then we can have the light, a shot of the light, and you have the function going up and down. Let's bring it a little bit closer. Now we have the head going up and down. We have left and right, and then we have here how to lift the camera up and straight the camera back down to where you want to look. You're gonna have to pivot with those two sticks at the same time. I'm doing it with one hand so I can hold the remote in front of the camera, but you were gonna be able to do that with two hands. And again, you turn on the light and you can drive the car with the arm elevated. Now let's go and look how it's look from the camera point of view when you do the same function. Okay, so this is how it's look when you drive the car. Right now we're gonna drive the car and we are not even there. The car is outside and we are inside. And this is how it's look when you drive the vehicle. And we have the two cones over here. We're gonna get close to them. Then let's stop in front of this cone over here. And what we want to do is to look down to the base and then look back up to the top. And then it's not good enough because I want to be straight on top. So what I'm gonna do is this. I'm gonna lift my camera up right now. I'm gonna tilt it down first, and then I'm gonna lift it up to the height of the cone. And now what I can do is just go a little bit closer and I can inspect the tip of the cone. If I'm gonna go lower, I will be much closer to see whatever I want. And then I can back it up a little bit and again inspect even to the side to see if there is anything there. And then I'm gonna go backwards and I can straight the camera back down to the right level that I want it to drive, and then it will show me the floor, so I will set it up to straight and level. And then I'm gonna start driving again and I'm gonna show you guys something cool. Let's assume that we want to read something. We got over here. We're gonna look up into the sign. We're gonna get closer and we can lift the camera up closer to it. So even if you need to read a sign or something that is under the ground hidden somewhere, it's not a problem at all. It's right going to be right in front of you. And then we can just back it up if we need to. The sun is really in the way right now, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna bring it back down all the way, and now I just can drive it to wherever I want it. For example, here right now there's a cone stopping me. You cannot see it when you go straight, so it's here. I can back up from it, look down, and I see the car. I see one wheel, I see another wheel. I know that if I go straight and take a little bit left, I'm gonna be right back where I want it. Now let's do this. So let's go between the two cones over here under the table and bring it back to where we are standing. And usually, hi, this is usually where you're gonna be standing in a very dirty, messy area. And right now we're pulling a wire with us. This wire is getting pulled together with us. Let's release it. And this is one of the functions you're gonna have to learn how to do. Okay, shut off sequence. This is the most important part. First, put the dust cap. If there is dust, just wipe it off. Put the dust cap on, make sure it's pressed in, check everything is good. Go over here, on off switch. Shut off your on off switch. After you did that, you're gonna have to disconnect your battery for the screen, and as soon as you do that, your screen gonna go blank. We don't care right now for it. And then we have another connector here for the drive battery. We're gonna have to disconnect it. After the vehicle is 100% off, what we're gonna go do is gonna go lower the camera back down, and we're gonna shut off the switch. Now the remote is back off. And finally, we're gonna go to the screen. We're gonna press the power button, hold it in, and then it says power off now, and it will have some ticky noise, and it's done. Close it, and it's ready. I put it on a tripod right now, just so it's gonna be easier. Each person can have his own system, whatever they're comfortable with, how to set up their remote. I'm gonna show right now. There is a small screw over here, and you can set it up on top of the remote if you can get a mount, or wherever you want it, on a bigger tripod, and it will work just fine for you. Now those gonna go back into the suitcase. Everything is off right now, and with the next video is very important, so pay attention. I'm gonna show you guys how to charge the batteries. Okay, so we have to put everything back in. So before you put your screen in, you're probably gonna want to pull the charger wire, plug it in, plug it to the wall for a couple hours, and have it ready for your next video. In addition, there is another trick here. One of those cables that come with it, this weird cable, is for external battery. So if you need longer run time, there is a battery that you can do, external battery of 12 volt, and then you will be able to use it on external battery, and you have infinity of power for this. So this is for the screen. So we're going to set up the screen back inside of this suitcase. Usually the charger, you're just going to roll it and put it on top of it over there, and this is where it stays so you don't lose it. Then you're gonna grab your remote. Your remote will fit right here in the foam. It's a vibration isolator foam, so it's no matter if you drop the suitcase, it's not gonna go anywhere. You're just gently gonna close it, make sure there's no wires coming out of the side, close it, and you're done with this part. It's ready for the next time you need to do any inspection. Now let's go to the vehicle and see how to charge it. Okay, so we're done running the car. Now you have to charge your battery. In order to charge the battery, one of the battery need to come out. This battery, the lithium battery, it's on a drone, so you know this is your camera battery, and you have two charger. It's only going to connect to one charger. Let me show you how to do that real quick. It's very simple process. You're going to have to take out your charger, plug it into the cable. This cable, the cord need to go into the power outlet. This is a 110, 120. And what you're going to plug here, there is two different plugs. You're going to plug it to the one that it's fit right there. And when you plug it, you're going to have three blinking light in red. When they're green, you're ready to go. Now, whenever it's done, it will shut off by itself. So when you're done charging the battery, disconnect it, put it aside. It's ready for the next time. Do not leave this battery in the sun. Those batteries not supposed to be in the sun. Very high temperature can cause them to burst and fire. So please do not leave them. Now, this is one battery and one charger. Now we're going to go to the drive battery. The drive battery found right here in the vehicle. What we're going to have to do is take the second charger that have a completely different connector. And what we're going to do, step one, plug it in to the regular cord that will hook up to your power at home or at your office. And then you have here the connector. This connector called Tamiya connector. So if you ever need to order another batteries, they're called Tamiya connector. Unless you have a different plug, then I can show what plug you need. After it's plugged in and you plug to the wall, in order to start it, you're gonna have to press and hold for 2 seconds the blue button, and then the light will start blinking. It will take about an hour and 30 minutes to charge the battery, and when it's done, you're ready for the next set, and it will give you about, I think, 30 to 40 minutes of inspection each time for each battery. Disconnect it when you're done. Do not connect those batteries before you run your vehicle. So this is our inspection vehicle. If you have any question, you can contact me, Eric, at RC Monster Garage, MotoStyles Shop. My direct telephone at any time is 323-496-5757. We are in Granada Hills, California. Thank you for watching, and if you have any question or any issues, please contact me immediately.